What is up guys, Wolfgang here. So today I want to make a video on the UGreen Nexode 140 watt charger. Now I bought this device especially due to my situations with the Anker charger, which you can see in the previous video, and it's up here as well. I was having some issues charging the devices I wanted to charge, so I decided to buy this to give it a shot as well. So let's get into it. Now real quick, Nexode or UGreen has not paid for this video. They have not provided me with the charger itself. I bought it with my own money, so all these thoughts that I'm about to say are my thoughts alone. Its design is much more rounded off than the Anker, or perhaps that's what it looks like by the reflective edges. Bring out the Anker charger for comparison. It's pretty hard to see as there's black on black basically, but they're pretty much the same length, seemingly the same width. Well, I guess this one does look a little bit longer. And but the UGreen is much taller. As you can see, this one is much more silver as well. That's a color preference really, which one you prefer. I'm more into black, so at least aesthetically I do prefer the Anker charger. Now then, if we go into a more functional part of this review, speaking of the charging capacity of the device, this thing can go up to 140 watts, which is much more than what the Anker can do. This thing, the Anker charger, can only go up to a max of 100 watts using a single port. Instead, the UGreen can go up to 140 watts using a single port. And that is pretty much insane. I honestly only know barrel connector chargers that have wattages like that, which means that this thing is pretty future-proof for any almost gaming laptops that come out with USB-C chargers. A MacBook charges with 100 watts, so I believe they do us up to 140 for ultra-fast charging. I'm not 100% certain about that. I'm not a Mac guy. But this charger is insane in capacity, and if you think about it, you can even do something like charge 100 watts to a MacBook and use 18 watts to fast charge your iPhone as well. So this is a really fast charger. The capacity is amazing, the wattage itself for fast charging. Now, one thing I'm really thankful to UGreen for is that they provide much more detailed distribution charts than Anker on how the power is distributed when different amounts of ports are connected. To be honest, it doesn't quite make that large of a difference for most people. In my case, as I do understand how much wattages most devices need, it does give me a better idea of what I can charge with this charger. And now, talking about the issues I had with my Anker 737 charger, this thing is able to charge my work laptop really well, as well as my Samsung phone and tablet. It will show the blue ring indicating that it's doing super fast charging 2.0 immediately, which is a really nice detail or fact. One nice thing about this charger is that it also includes a cable, which I think is a great idea from UGreen, as this cable is capable of driving 140 watts. I haven't tested speeds on this cable for data transfer, but for the most part I would assume you want to keep this cable for charging your devices at its maximum capacity, at the charger's maximum capacity at least. Some devices will be able to charge with that. I believe most devices won't. But this cable is capable of doing the max charge in case you have a compatible device. This charger is priced at $115. I honestly think it's a solid price for what this device can do. It can basically charge any of your devices at their maximum speeds, and it is amazing. My one annoyance with this device is the size. If we bring up the Anker 737 over here, it is at least twice as large, which is a quite annoying thing when you're trying to carry it in a small bag. Now, as I mentioned, I did get my Anker 737 replaced, as I did take the previous one to Europe, and I believed the voltage may have shorted something or may have impacted performance. And I do want to be honest, the Anker 737 now works really well. There are times when I plug it into my laptop, my work laptop, that it will pop up a message saying that it's slow charging. All I really have to do is disconnect it for a bit, maybe like 5 or 10 seconds, and then reconnect it, and it starts charging normally. And as far as charging speeds go, both of these chargers would charge my laptop at the same speed. It would show the same amount of estimated time to finish charging, and they would actually charge in the same amount of time, which means that there is really no big benefit to having the UGreen charger, aside from the knowing that the first plug will always work. So just plugging it in once and it'll be charging well. That is some security that I guess some people will value more than the size. Me personally, I am valuing size more currently. And well, as I said, I don't have any 140 watt devices. So the Anker is actually looking a lot more promising, and I believe is what I'll keep. I'm happy to say that it was fixed by simply replacing it, as the one I took to Europe apparently seems to be that it got damaged, and now it's working very well. Now I still have annoyances with the Anker 737, and I know this is a video for the Nexode 140W, but at the same time this video came thanks to this device. I still have annoyances with the 737. For example, the first time I plug in a Samsung device, it will show the green ring, although it will show you the message that it is super fast charging 2.0. Now if you quickly unplug your device and replug it back in, it'll show the blue ring, which is something you can do if you are just interested in the aesthetic of knowing or seeing that and hearing the tone. But despite that, it will be charging at super fast charging 2.0, and it has not failed doing that part of it. What I think is, honestly, I think this is the better charger. It is just easier to carry around. It does pretty much the same speeds on most of your devices, and although it does not include a charger or a cable, which was a really nice detail from UGreen, I'll be keeping this device over the UGreen Nexode due to all of the different reasons I just mentioned. Aside from the aesthetic itself, I'm not into silver. I'm mostly into matte black, and of course Anker nailed that part for me, except on the front, but I'm still okay with just a little bit of silver, just not the main color. But anyways, in conclusion, I think the UGreen Nexode 140 watt is a really good charger. It is really reliable, it charges fast, and is future proof thanks to the 140 watt charging. If you have the space for it in your backpack, you don't mind the aesthetic, then this is a really great charger. Honestly, the port power distribution is really good. Those extra 40 watts that this thing has that the Anker 737 doesn't means that you can charge a lot more of your devices faster at the same time, which is really nice. So keep this in mind if you guys have several devices that you want to charge at the same time quickly. This is a really great charger for you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you can watch more similar videos to this one, and hit the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new one. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day.